about yesterday? No, I'm just kidding.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing?
Welcome to the Monday Morning Worship Hangover.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Joey.
I'm Zach.
Oh, that was such a good intro, guys.
Mhm.
You like that?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never had that good chemistry.
So we're just talking about how Zach Pittman doesn't like one of the biggest YouTube channels in the world.
Oh, well, there's a bunch that I
There's
probably
a
don't
bunch
like.
of the biggest YouTube channels in the world. I don't
Do you like
it.
Mr.
I was
Beast?
about to say, you guys.
He's so big.
Here's the thing with Mr. Beast. It's like it's all clickbait, and it sucks you
and it's
in.
annoying.
Yeah, and it sucks you in, and it's like I'm waiting for the thing, and the thing never happens. It takes like 6 hours.
He has done some crazy stuff though.
Yeah.
Like I watched one where they were doing like height challenges, like almost like high ropes course in the sky. And I don't know. I don't remember how it was up so high, but it was super high up and
Yeah, my
Crazy.
kids know of and enjoy Mr. Beast a little,
yeah.
and I'm not like mad about it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's wildly.
I feel like the thing that I like that he does is when he partners with other YouTubers and stuff, and he puts like this massive amount of
Mark Rober.
resources into something that they do. Mark Rober.
That's my,
he does a lot of,
Yeah.
and like because the things that he does is so big,
Yeah.
he employs a lot of YouTubers, and so like if you watch an engineering YouTuber, like, because actually you guys would be surprised how many comedy engineering YouTubers there are out there.
Yeah.
There's so many. And every single one of them has done something for Mr. Beast.
Yeah. There
So-
you go.
They did like the water. They've done a water thing recently, and they did like a planting trees thing, and that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's less recent. They've been doing that for a few years now with him and Mark Rober.
I'm saying they just did one for water, but over time they've done
yeah.
the trees.
So what?
Yeah.
So if
And
you're
the trash.
if you're watching this, what's your favorite YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'd be curious.
I would really
Yeah.
That is a good question.
I'd be really curious.
One of my favorite YouTubers, you know this guy. It's called Dank Pods.
I don't know what this is.
It's completely clean, and it's
because
this
it doesn't
guy.
sound clean from
No,
the
it
name.
doesn't. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
glad you told us.
But it is a completely. I wouldn't say it on this podcast if it wasn't clean. But no, he's completely like a family show.
Okay.
It's this country bumpkin out in Australia.
That's why
in
you
the
like
middle of nowhere, and he's got the thickest accent, and
Just
his
give us
whole shtick.
Give us a sampling.
No.
I thought you were doing it.
Maybe we were no. But he has this like his whole shtick is he's got a camera that faces down on a green iPad
him. Okay.
or an iPad with a green
This
case.
sounds fantastic.
And he
Watch someone else play with their iPad.
Yeah, he doesn't actually play it. He
Wait
just sits there.
for it.
And all he does is open bootleg iPods. Like that's it.
I
That's
don't know
all
what
it
you
is.
just said.
Like an iPad pod.
We know bootleg and we know iPod, but explain
Put it
the
together for
yeah.
me.
So like just trash MP3 players. Like he
okay.
started out like fixing iPods and stuff, and then he got a little bit.
Oh, he like
involved
opens them
in-
up like.
Yeah, he like does like unboxings and stuff, and he shows people how stupid. And he has like these giant amplifiers that he used because all the old MP3 players they all came with like these really trash earbuds.
Yeah.
And so he has this like unit called a maraca cracker.
Okay.
And it's like a Walmart like I'm gonna power your whole PA system kind of amp.
Yeah.
And he plugs these little like earbuds in there, and he cranks it up and plays music out of it and pops them.
You enjoy very different things on YouTube than I do.
Meanwhile,
what's yours?
shouting in an Australian accent.
Yeah.
He also has like
What's his most famous line that he says?
what is it?
I don't know. There's one because you say it all the time.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
It's like it's
You
not,
do know it.
No, I don't. It's real cool or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Listen to that guy.
Because I haven't,
You'll have to look it up
I
in
haven't
next
watched-
week,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Next week.
Again, tell us your favorite YouTube channel.
Yes.
So we're curious about this.
That's fine.
So my
I was gonna say
my YouTube algorithm is all revolves around guitar and like music production. And so because that's my like YouTube is not a place I go to for like it's a hobby thing. You know what I mean? Like YouTube's the hobby central.
University.
I feel like yeah.
Still, I mean, and that's the maybe the essence of YouTube.
That's what makes YouTube beautiful. When it stops being that, it will be dumb.
Yeah.
And so like for me, this is how we got to Zach not liking one of the biggest YouTube channels in the world, because
I'll tell you what it is here in a second.
I really enjoyed Rick
I'm
Beato.
still
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
And so Rick Beato is a music producer.
How many subscribers does he have?
Millions.
A lot.
He's not the
It's really
biggest.
big.
No, he's not the biggest. I said he's one of. Yeah.
At least in that genre too. Like
Oh
that
yeah, in that
category
genre, he probably
big.
is the biggest.
If you
Okay.
look up that stuff, then you know who he is. Like I
Yeah.
know who he is. I just don't watch it
Yeah.
super often.
And so I enjoy it because like he will do things that he'll do on his channel is he'll go through like the Spotify top 10, global top 10, and he'll break it down. Or like he'll go through old songs and be like, this is why this song stuck around when so many disappeared. Things like that. And then the other thing I love is he now interviews like Rick Rubin and like giant music producers.
And artists too, because I've
And
seen him do
artists.
stuff where he's like, no, like here, like this is how you play this, and they're like,
Yeah.
that's actually not the way I played it, and
Yeah.
then they play the actual
Oh,
way.
is
Yeah.
it
That's
that?
really cool.
Is it that old guy?
He's old, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And so, but the thing I love
he had
about
Brad
it,
Paisley on there.
he did, yeah. And I'm
Yes.
less interested when it's a musician than when it's a producer.
Yeah.
I think the inside of how an album is made is so interesting.
That was the guy. That was the Super Bowl guy that had that was a really good one. He talked about like how he ran his like graphic EQ for the whole
exactly.
system.
I sent that to you.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. And
So I
think
haven't like
that-
not watched him, but I just don't seek him.
Yeah, I think that stuff when he has a music producer on there, Dan Huff, people like that, like
Yeah.
I'm super interested in what's happening. Because it's just like it kind of breaks through the veil of mysticism a little bit. And he puts a lot of people on there who created or who helped form really good, like long lasting songs. I just think it's interesting.
So something that happens in worship ministry is you can try to like figure things out and go and run yourself in circles.
Yeah.
Which I've done a little bit of,
Yeah.
But so you're like, oh, is it this way? Let me try this. Oh, is it this way? Let me try this. And then you talk to someone like that or watch their videos, and they just talk about like things in such a simple way, like it's very straightforward.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good to get that perspective, and then you go, oh, am I just making this too hard?
Yeah.
And sometimes you are. Sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
no, this is worth it. I'm doing a specific thing. I need to.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though we're not in like public professional audio, we're using the tools that they would use on a sometimes smaller scale.
Yeah, but so I think that's really interesting, and it kind of, I mean, if you track my reading too, like I love memoirs and things like that, and so especially musician memoirs, and so like it all kind of trickles together.
I can't remember what I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm gonna look at my subscriptions.
He watches so much he can't remember what he watches.
So I've had different ones that were really good. The one that I watch like a Netflix series is one called Stud Pack, and it's just three guys building a house.
Okay.
So okay, a stud pack, for those of you who don't know, is
I don't know what that means.
Is like if you take like a house and it has regular studs that are by themselves, then there's some areas that need to hold a lot of weight, and so you make what's called a stud pack.
Okay.
And so they're doing the play on words because it's
Stud Pack. I heard Stead Pack.
no stud pack. Stud pack, sorry. So there's
kind of like a stud finder. How every time he uses a stud finder,
works.
found it.
Yeah, so that's the play, and it's cool because it's a father and a son.
This podcast is a stud pack.
Yeah,
Sure.
unofficially. So so they have done. They used to just do remodeling stuff.
Yeah.
And then they ended up saying like, hey, we're gonna build. Like basically, it's a father and a son, and they're building the son a house. So they built a garage first because it was a smaller project.
Dude, can you imagine
It's awesome. And
building a house from hand? They make it look
From
so
hand.
easy, don't they?
No, they don't.
Little
No,
do
they don't.
know.
They don't.
Oh, that's good.
They are working so hard, and they're down in
'Cause
Texas,
it's not
and it's
easy.
hot.
And
so
you have
like
to hire so many people. Okay, go ahead.
it's great because I can watch it with my kids too,
Yeah.
and they like watching it, and so they poured the concrete slab for this. Now they're on the main house. They built the garage, which is they call it like the I don't know, the garage dominium or something. I don't know, something like that, like something fancy.
The barn dominium.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. It's the garage mahal. That's what
Garage
it is.
mahal.
Yeah, it's so
Mahal.
good. And so it's like
Must be a
a
big garage.
it's a studio apartment on top of a garage.
Yeah.
And-
dude, those are the best.
And their like air ceiling rating is super high because they built it like themselves, and they really wanted to do the best that they could. And so
Right.
that's the difference between like this house will probably be value wise, the actual inherent value will be a lot because of just they took the time to build it right, and they make mistakes, and it's cool to see their mistakes, and they comment with back and forth with people on the comments, and so I think that's
cool.
It's cool, yeah. So that's probably one of my favorite ones. But then I have ones that are less like well thought out. I think like there's a guy that hunts for treasure, and his name is like D Almighty. It's like DALLMYD.
How does he hunt?
With a scuba tank.
Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, because he like got kicked out of the Riverwalk, right? That's that guy that got arrested at the Riverwalk. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, and so they find he clickbaits a lot, and he tries to find like bombs and guns and things, and so. But that one's cool, and he's kind of started making some videos recently again.
Yeah, when he like partners with law enforcement and stuff too. Sometimes. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah.
And so like they've called him to go find stuff before, like they're like, who do we call? And then this random YouTuber, it's kind of weird. Yeah. But like he and a couple of his friends are scuba certified, and then one of his friends has his own channel that he's doing totally random different stuff now. And so, but it's cool, and like I feel like those are enjoyable to watch. Just people going to a place that really isn't feasible for. Like I would love to do that. Yeah. But it's not feasible for my lifestyle, and so to watch somebody do something that you just can't do is.
You can do it at the Lake of the Ozarks, or at Binder Lake, or
X-ray vision from
County Park Lake.
I don't know if I'd want to get in there.
That really clear water.
It's not like people are trashing it though. It's pretty like well kept, but yeah, I'm not going there. So
chicken.
So again, let us know when you guys find this video, and when you guys are watching, then let us know what your favorite YouTube channel is, and maybe we'll check them out, and maybe it'll become one of our favorites.
Yeah, I would love to know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Hey, you're looking very tan.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell us about your trip.
Oh man, it was great. My brother took me on a cruise. I feel like it was. He like really wowed me. He's just like, all week he'd just be like, only the best for my brother. Yeah, it was the best. So he's got some special needs, and so he can't travel by himself, but. He, had the money to go on a vacation, and so we went together, and it was amazing. We went to the Bahamas. Yeah. We went to the Cayman Islands and Jamaica on a cruise, and thank God we missed the
hurricane.
The hurricane, yeah.
Yeah, how about it?
That
I was wondering about that a little bit.
So we went to the Bahamas last. So we went down Florida as it was coming up the coast. Yeah. And so we like ducked around Cuba just at the right time. Nice. Hit the Cayman Islands, hit Jamaica, and then after it had passed, we came back up. Yeah. The seas were really smooth until after the hurricane had passed. It was rough, and like they were like.
Did you have to take medicine for?
No, I'm okay. Yeah,
cool. That's great.
I don't get.
I've heard of people
sickness like that.
I've heard of people going like, yeah, I'm gonna try not to, and then they're just like, I am sick to my stomach for a day.
Oh yeah,
they lose the day.
I've never needed it on a cruise ship.
Yeah, up until after we got it out of Jamaica, like it had been so smooth, like you would not even know that you were on a boat. Yeah. And that blows my mind because I mean it really is the size of a building.
It depends.
It's huge.
Yeah, it depends on the size of the ship. Like I've been on one that was pretty rough, and it was like rocking you to sleep.
Yeah.
And I've been on others that you're like, am I even on the water?
Yeah.
You don't realize it until you get off.
You need like a hammock when it's really rough, because that'd probably keep you a little more stable.
Yeah.
So, but it was kind of like half of our trip was like that, and then the second half was like really rough. And we got to go snorkeling, and we got to swim with the dolphins. Yeah. Me and my brother got a little family photo with a dolphin. It's pretty great. So. Family
fun
time.
Which one of you look most like the dolphin? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Is it on Facebook?
I'll show you. Not yet.
Oh, you got to put it out there. We can rank it. Put it in the comments of this video. We can rank which one of you looks the most like a dolphin.
I don't think I can emotionally handle that.
You know it's you, don't you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know how we even judge that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
I look at it and say it.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So what was something that you didn't expect from the cruise? Because it was your first one, right?
It was my first
and
cruise.
I've never been on one.
I had never been on a cruise before. Dallas, how many cruises have you been on?
I've been on 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on 3.
Did you and your brother get on the front of the ship and like you held his sides like this and he went
I didn't hold the sides, but we got up to the helipad and they had like chairs out there. I was like, if somebody needs to be like needs like an evac out of here. We're gonna have to do some work.
Yeah,
because there's just chairs everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but it was really great. I did take a picture with the sunset. Michael's arms just out there.
King of the world.
I'm sure you guys are the first person to do that
I texted
too.
it to my family, and they said, "Don't fall."
Have you considered that the cruise is going so fast that if you fall out,
and here's the thing,
I don't know what they do.
they're not coming back. They just it's.
What do they do? They send you a boat,
Scary.
or do they?
I don't know.
I think that
They don't know.
Like he's gone.
enough people. This is the shady side of cruising. Enough people go missing off of cruise ships that they don't even think about it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's
They have a
terrifying.
whole system in place.
That sounds
yeah.
a whole system to ignore. Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm not going
It's
on a
kind of like
cruise.
Disney World. No one dies at Disney World. They die when they leave the gates.
Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. Man, Worship Hangover just got morbid. Wow.
So yeah, really great time. Really great.
So yeah, really great time.
I met lots of people. Michael, my brother Michael, he would, we'd get back from an excursion and he'd be just whooped, and he would say, "All right, leave me alone. Don't call me. I'll call you." So I would leave the room and basically just go hang out at the pool, walk around, get some pizza, whatever. And
Get the ice cream.
Yeah, get that.
Did you try the
free
escargot?
ice cream.
Oh, that's escargot is good.
Escargot's so good. Did you try
What
escargot?
is that?
It's snails. Did you try it?
Oh no,
Dude, it's
no.
To me,
it's so
I've only
much
had it
better
once.
than you think it should be.
They didn't have snails. They
would have
had
been
oysters.
in the dining room. They would have had snails.
We didn't
one
go to the dining room. See, here's the thing. Okay,
You didn't go to the dining room?
we went to the dining room
Okay.
twice.
Twice?
Yeah, that was it. Because
You don't like steaks or
we
lobster?
had steak on both of those days. We had
He's fighting for his life
30
now.
times the steak. Listen, we're not ones.
Creme brulee.
We don't have we didn't match the dress code.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, me
Are people in
and
like
my
suits
bro-
and stuff?
Like
it's nicer.
our
Okay.
casual. They have days where it's
They have one.
suit
They
and
have
tie.
one. They have one day. It's the captain's day, and it's pretty fancy.
Oh, okay.
And then, like most of the time, well, were you on Royal?
Royal. So they had 2 dress your best days,
And then-
2 or 3,
And most of the time, it's like business casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
which we don't even make. We went on the casual day. We dressed up for the casual day, which included sweatpants and a collared shirt.
Yeah. You did not. You did not match.
So
Someone should have warned you.
yeah. Nobody warned me. We also made the rookie mistake, and I can talk about it now to everybody because it's after the cruise. I've successfully made it back. We flew out the day of.
Oh yeah.
Which is a rookie mistake as well.
That's a risk.
Yeah, real risk. Thank God
Yeah.
our longest delay was like 15, 20 minutes.
So for those watching, if you ever take a cruise,
Yes.
if you decide to
Yes.
fly to get to your port, you need to fly the day before your cruise because
you may be like, I don't want to spend $200 to stay the night.
a lot of people miss their cruise because of flight delays.
Yes.
And the ship's not going to wait on you.
You were kind of worried about that leaving. You're like,
Oh,
I
was
hope we make
terrified.
it.
I texted, and Mark every day would be like, Joey, when you get there, please text me because I will be doing a wedding that day, but I will be terrified.
Yeah.
Or the rehearsal dinner, I think he had that day. No, it was the wedding. He did a wedding on the day, and so I.
And there's no money
once
back
we
if
made
you-
it to the.
There's no money back.
Nothing.
No, that's
Oh
on you.
my
Nothing.
Yeah, like you should have planned better. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So, wow. Yeah.
So, yeah, they. But I was very surprised as well how much of an well-oiled machine they are.
Yeah, they are.
There's nobody there from America working.
No, I know. I've known people who've gone to work on cruise ships.
I did not meet a single person besides like if they were entertainment.
Yeah.
We're the only ones on the whole ship that were from America.
Yeah, I knew a girl who she went and she did. She was like young and single, and she went and worked in the spa on a cruise ship for a few years. Like,
Yeah.
that was her little adventure while she was young and single.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept trying to get her to like, cruise ships, they need pastors on occasion. Like, call me.
Yeah. Like a wedding chapel on the boat.
Yeah, or like.
Seems like they would have one.
I
service
didn't
on
think
the
I
boat,
didn't have one. I didn't see one.
No. You can't leave for Easter. You can't leave me here on my own for Easter.
Well, they were there on Sunday.
She's not doing it anymore anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, so that was kind of interesting, and everybody was super nice, and even like I thought that was really cool. Like, there is like a cruise ship culture even among the workers. Like I would love to know like the human resources side.
Oh man,
I don't think I want to know.
No, I don't.
I would be interested to see what that's like. So. Yeah, but it was a great time, great vacation. Glad to be back and getting ready for this semester.
And while it was 90 degrees here, it was like 80 where you were.
It was 93 here when I was on Monday, and it was 86 in the Bahamas.
Gotta love it, man.
With a wind chill.
Gotta love it. Yep. Gotta love how the ocean controls the temperature,
Caymans.
man.
Yeah, it was great. Amazing.
So speaking of boats, let's talk about Jonah.
Yeah, so you didn't really.
Oh, that's how you did that.
You didn't really want to preach this sermon this week, did you?
Well, yeah,
it was pretty tough.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Were you a little reluctant at all?
No.
Okay,
but it was the sermon Jonah didn't want to preach.
Okay.
Oh, that's what the title means.
You get it now.
I came up with it.
Yeah. Did you?
I did.
Oh.
Well, I think he said it, and then I was like, "You didn't. You weren't even here."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, he did come up with this title because that's the title of the sermon on YouTube.
Oh.
Or on Facebook.
Is that what it is?
Or the actual sermon title.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Dang.
So he came up with it.
Yeah.
we just stole it for the Worship Hangover.
Oh. Yeah. Dallas really didn't want to preach his sermon.
Yeah, there you go. So we were in Jonah chapter 3. So we're out of the stomach of the fish. We're back up on dry land.
Does Jonah get any credit at all? Man, you've been really
I give Jonah
tearing him apart.
I give Jonah no credit.
I don't feel like he's supposed to have any.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean the book ends with a question.
I know, man.
Like,
sometimes
are you
I feel
never gonna learn?
Sometimes I feel like, it ends weird, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that it's like a weird sentence, like in the middle of a story.
Yeah, it's weird. It ends really, really weird. I don't give him any credit. He did the thing. He obeyed.
Yeah.
So maybe the credit I give him, right? It's that you shared this story during communion on Sunday. Maybe the credit we give him is the brother who said he didn't want to do it. Like I'm not going to do it, and then he did it anyways.
Yeah.
Like maybe the credit he gets is that he was obedient in spite of his heart.
Yeah.
But
fear of God is multiple things maybe, but maybe one of them is a literal fear.
Yeah.
Of like
in certain
death
cases.
So I mean, like I think there might be a layer to that because I think fear of God is more deep than just being afraid and doing what he says out of that fear that he's going to smite you.
Well, I'm just saying though that but I don't want my life to mimic him.
I don't want my life to mimic him either.
You know,
he's so frustrated.
So, and that actually was kind of at the core of what we talked about yesterday. Like, who do I want my life to mimic? Do I want my life to mimic Jonah, or do I want my life to mimic Jesus? Yeah. Like,
that was a good separation and like comparison. I thought that was great.
Yeah, and so like that's at the heart of it. And God can use my half-hearted obedience. Like great things can come out of that.
Yeah.
But is that all I want to give him? Like
that's the deeper question. Like after because you hit on a few things yesterday. You did say like it's better to half commit to something than to not do anything at all. Yeah. Which that was a big part of that's Jonah's story, right?
Yeah.
But then like you take it a next step further. Okay, now that you've half committed to this thing, how about we actually commit?
Yeah.
Like, and really live like Jesus.
It would be great to know if Jonah like realized all the things that were terrible and walked away from that last situation where he's sitting in the desert in the hot sun.
Right.
And he changes his mind.
Yeah.
But he could also have just like wallowed in that the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And we don't know. And I think that's kind of the thing that opens it up.
How many?
That's our decision.
How many? And I'm going to be kind of mean here for a second.
All right.
But you and I, Zach, we've been in ministry a long time.
Yeah. That's a weird thing to say, but yeah.
How many bitter older people have you seen who should be learning this, but they refuse to?
Yeah, more than I want to think about.
Yeah, and that's not every older person. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? And the reason I chose older there is because you should be growing wiser. You know what I mean? Like your heart should be changing. You should be in your golden years, you should be the most transformed, not the least.
And that's we're kind of working on our core values, which I don't know if we've actually even talked about that here, but one of those values is momentum. Yeah. And you were made to go, I think, is what it is. And it's like, don't stop. Like you've made this progress in your quick growth when you're a kid and when you're like an early adult, but like you still got stuff to do, man. Yeah. Just keep going and don't let your heart become hardened. It's really hard to chip off the hard though, off your heart.
Yeah. And so I have a literal list of older people that I've worked with through the years of like, this is who I want to become. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to be this person in my golden years. And because I want to protect myself from hardening as I age.
Yeah. I think I've said this before, but like whenever you're faced with like a tough decision, like you have two choices. You can harden your heart or you can trust God. And like you can't stay the same in those situations. And like if you harden your heart, then I think it becomes harder to become soft again.
Right.
And so it takes that choice of trust in God. I don't know if those are actually opposites, but like you have to follow him. And if you don't follow him and you choose to like just I don't know what the word is, batten down the hatches. Yeah. Like if you just decide to build up your wall, then it's becomes scale on your heart and it's hard to get off. So we have to keep doing that, and hopefully that isn't what happened to Jonah.
And that's unfortunately how the book reads for me. Now I'm hoping that God asked the last question in Jonah. Yeah. And I'm hoping that God's last question to Jonah was a moment of revelation for him. But I'm fearful that it wasn't, because we don't get the rest of the story. There is no happy ending.
Well, and too, like the thing that let's put the story of Jonah in context to the history of Israel. Yeah. Like this one moment.
We're gonna do that this week.
Oh, okay.
Do it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to spoil.
That's what this is about. It's about sneak peeks and
this moment, because God relented on Assyria, not only did he not destroy them, he used them to destroy Israel.
Yeah.
To conquer them.
Yeah.
And so like when you say like like Israel or Jonah sat in this moment where he's seen the terrible things that Assyria has done.
Yep.
And the response that God has, okay, now that you've repented, I'm going to use these terrible things and I'm going to punish my people.
Yeah.
And Jonah.
Yeah, because this is the other side of the story. Guess who needed to repent?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's this whole, so I've been using this slant of prejudice, let's say.
Yeah.
I've been using the slant of prejudice. And that's half of the story. The other half of the story that you really see when you dig into it is this nationalistic pride.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk about a little
bit.
Which
that's a big Israel thing through.
And
even till now,
And I'm not hammering this as hard as I wanted to. But it's also a big America thing right now. And so and a big church Christian nationalist thing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would love to hammer it, but I'm trying not to.
Yeah, the way the story ends in Jonah is definitely like God's grace is for Jonah too.
Yeah.
And I think that like, I don't know, some stories are harder to apply to our lives, but this one is almost like you're somebody in this story.
Yeah. And I don't like, and I want to be clear, like I'm beating the tar out of Jonah in this series.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked the question earlier. I was like, man, he's
but I want to be clear, like I don't have a question. He's yielding to God. Like, yes, he's the brother who said no and went ahead and did it. But that brother is a person that Jesus commends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he commends the action. And so I don't necessarily have questions about his salvation. You know what I mean? I have questions about his obedience.
He's still considered a prophet, so he's like doing he's doing something on God's team.
The same way that I look at a person who's older and have been part of the faith for a long time but has grown hard. I'm not like, oh, this person's
salvation is
unfaithful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm saying this person has chosen not to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
They haven't actively chosen not to.
Well, and I think,
but they have inactively
Yep.
chosen not to develop.
And I think part of that is that, like, there's, as you grow as a person, especially as a Christian, you know, when you're first starting out, your faith is really dependent on a lot of the environment around you.
Yeah.
But as you grow and develop, you know, and that's one of the hardest shifts that it takes as, and we talk about this in leadership circles too, like with our volunteers, like your faith has to become not dependent on the environment around you.
Yeah.
You know, and we see that with Jonah, is like his faith was so dependent on what God was doing in other people's lives that he missed the amazing opportunity that God was doing in him.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that that's like oftentimes like we do that. We like, whether, you know, for us as ministers, I think sometimes, or for me anyways, like oftentimes it becomes like what God is doing in my ministry, you know, or, you know, what God is doing in my life group, or, you know, my friends, or what, you know, for you guys, it might be like what God, for our students, it's like, what is God doing in my school, or who is God's, you know, all these things that are outside of us, you know, what is this amazing event that the church is putting on? But I think oftentimes we neglect the shift to recognize, no, God is doing something in me as well. Yeah. You know, and that self-sufficient, that like God, everything else can be going poorly. And even in the midst of Assyria taking over Israel, like that's as poor as, you know, but Jonah's faith, if it was healthy and right, it would be, you know, and we see that, Jeremiah is a great example of that, right? He lives through the falling of Babylon, and here he is holding on, clinging to faith, even in the midst of this, you know, terrible thing that happens, because his faith is so rooted in God. Yeah.
Well,
you know,
it's such a weird, like, up and down with some of those things, like Joseph's story. He gets like, thrown in a pit, sold to some people, ends up in Egypt, then ends up like doing crazy stuff with Egypt, then brings his brothers there. Israel flourishes there, and then they're slaves. Yeah. It's like back down again. Then they're released from slavery, and God does amazing works to remove them from that stuff so they can be free and be their people. But then they like are finally free, and then they start worshiping golden calves, and he tries to give them the law, and now they're in like basically slavery in a wilderness again, like still trying to seek what God has for them, if only they would obey. I feel like eventually they get there. It's just this.
I feel like our God uses our environment oftentimes. I mean, we see this in Scripture. God uses our environment to show us the faith that we have inside, and oftentimes we don't realize it. Like, we just miss it. We miss the ball. And, you know, like, speaking of that, I mean, Jesus is the ultimate example, right? Like, always, like, he chose, not only did he like stay faithful and stay, you know, rooted in the Father in the midst of suffering, but he chose to go through the suffering on behalf of others. Yeah. So to be rooted in his faith, right? Or in the Father and abiding in him. Like, that's like the ultimate example, is to be not only like just like, yeah, I'm gonna make do of this situation, but like willing to go into it to say like, yes, I'm.
So yeah, something I relate to with Jesus in a lot of ways is like I talked about it on Sunday, but the moment when he's like Father, would this cup pass from me? Yeah. And then he's like, nope. So he's like, I'll do it. And so like in moments of my life, it's like
he needed to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. In moments of my life, I'm like, are you sure that this is what I'm supposed to be doing? And then when he says yes, then it's like, okay, it's time to obey. Yeah. And so like, I feel like I relate to him in that, because he's saying it's not bad to like say, are you sure about that? And sometimes maybe we should just be obedient and go straight for it. But but like there's time to go, God, is this really what you want for me?
And I think one of the things that, you know, I love about the Gospels and stuff, and we don't always see, like, the Bible doesn't always describe people's like daily faith routines. Oh yeah, like it does Jesus. Yeah, like Jesus by far more than anybody. Yeah, in Scripture we see his like real routine, you know, and I think that is so cool to see, like just how independent he is from everything around him, and he's so rooted and that's why abiding is so important for him, and being rooted in the Father and all of that. And so like I think like when I look at like the making the shift from half committing to something because you have to actually being joyful in that, like that for me, the independence of my faith, like because that's the journey I'm on. Like I feel like because that like the sermon hits me as well too, because like there's always things that I do that because like I mean like what's the best way to read, like to actually keep yourself accountable in reading the Bible? It's to join a Bible reading group. Right. Like that's what it is. And because in those moments, because it causes you to be like, okay, I have to read this today.
Yeah.
But I feel like as you grow in that, eventually, you make the shift of like, no, like I'm going to read this because I'm rooted. Like, yeah.
Does it say how old Jonah is? Do you remember? I don't think it does, but imagine him as a 20-year-old. Imagine him as a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
And then like keep going, 40.
Yeah.
That's and 50, and 60. Sometimes they fit a little bit easier, but
it doesn't really describe him before the story either.
Yeah.
No.
Because I looked during the sermon yesterday because I was like, I was curious because I wanted to know like if he was an old man, was he? Because I think they mention him in Kings.
They mention him in Amos.
Well,
not him, I guess. They mention,
somebody goes to.
Yeah, they mention him in Amos.
Yeah.
And then, so Amos, the best way to get the picture of what's going on at the time of Jonah is to read Amos and Hosea.
Okay.
And so.
Well, yeah.
Hosea.
Yeah.
Hosea.
So, but yeah, it's I'm excited to finish this up next week, or this coming week, and to, end it as well as the story can end, because the story really doesn't end.
It doesn't.
We really don't know.
It's a cautionary tale.
It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some things. We're going to flip the script a little bit I think this is why we don't know a lot of details about Jonah. This is my belief. I don't think we know a lot of details about Jonah because the story is really about our hearts, our own hearts.
No, for sure.
And so we need to be able to look at it and say, is this me? Like, am I this? Do I do this? Who do I treat like this?
And not one time,
question.
but continuously.
What of my sins and my people's sins am I willing to look past? But of their sins, I'm unwilling to look past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And where am I obedient-ish?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's such a good word.
Like,
yeah.
like where am I? When I seek mercy, do I seek mercy because I know that God will give it, or do I seek mercy because I know that God is merciful?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why we don't know a lot about Jonah proper.
Yeah.
Because
we are Jonah.
Because Jonah is a mirror. It absolutely is. It's descriptive, not prescriptive. It's what happened, not what should have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like there's just all of,
I think there's a gospel, maybe it's Mark, that ends kind of like that too. Like like with it's the ladies and they have the choice whether to go tell or not.
Yeah.
I think and then they leave it there, and what a crazy thing to be like, "Oh,
they're afraid.
That's on me."
They're afraid.
Yeah. Is that Mark? I think it is.
Well, yeah, and it's not like it doesn't even be like it just says that they didn't. I think it says they didn't tell anybody. Like they just
because they were afraid.
Because they were afraid.
And then now you're like, "Oh, it's up to me. Like, am I going to be afraid or am I going to tell?"
But like, because they scholars theorize and looking at context is that Mark was probably the first gospel written. So like, imagine you get the gospel and you're like, like your faith is several years removed from actually Jesus's time, and so you've only heard about him, and then you get this account, and you get to the end of it, and it's like, wait, what? What happens next?
Yeah.
What happens next? Do they tell?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I like how. So I just read last week or a week and a half ago. I read a John Mark Comer book.
Okay.
And I like how he refers to the Gospels. He calls them the biographies about Jesus.
Yeah.
I really like that.
That's good.
I think that's a good way of framing that up, so that people, when they see the similarities and the differences, like that, I think wraps your head around why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
harmonizing.
If you've ever read multiple biographies about the same person, like it's interesting to see how the story gets told.
Yeah.
Similarly
Yeah,
and differently.
That's probably a healthy way to look at the Gospels too, because people get hung up on the details, and that the details were different. And
this didn't happen then.
They're not sitting there with a scribe like writing it as he's healing someone now. He's
yeah,
it's like they have to recount.
Yeah,
they have to recount.
Yeah, it's not like in The Chosen, Dallas. You wouldn't know this, but in The Chosen, like Matthew, the disciple, Jesus charges him to like keep account and keep record of the things that are happening during Jesus's like ministry. That doesn't actually happen. Like that's not how that happened. Like it was like people's stories that they collected, and they put pieced it together.
And Mark especially.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's especially piecing the story together. And so it's very interesting. So anyway, there you go. We're gonna wrap that up this week. Next week we're gonna start a new series. And Zach hinted at it. It's values, and so it's going to be
very excited for this.
Very
series.
excited. We've been working on it as a staff. We've been working on this for months, and so we're excited. Yeah.
I'm really excited going through that process of like thinking about our church and thinking about what we are and what we could be, should be.
Yeah.
What's next? Man, so good. And I think the fire was lit under me a little bit. Like, maybe not in a like I need to change something, but I do.
Yeah.
But like I'm just excited to take on those values for myself and to for our church to do that too.
It's going to be
really good.
It's going to be so. I think it's going to be so good and so helpful on helping people in their own like discipleship journeys. I think it's going to be so beneficial.
And will it be the end all be all?
No.
Nope.
Will it change in a few years? Probably.
But but it's for today.
Yeah,
it's for tomorrow.
And I'm
immediate tomorrow.
I am confident that is where God is leading us in this season.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All the people involved in thinking about it and maybe cross-referencing.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
So we hope that you guys join us on that. If you go to Capital West, if you don't, then you can tune into the sermons.
And it means that it's a great series to invite people to because they're going to really learn about where the church is.
They're going to get to know us.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So come on.
We're going to talk about where we're great and where we're not. It's going to be good.
All right, y'all. We got to go.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.